Sergeant Medvedev isn't letting me out of his sight for a second.
Comrade Ivan, we need to wait for a signal from the palace that we may enter. Currently there are... There. We just have to wait.
No rush. Smells of flour. Good day. I wanted to...
Costam got that mutton Mac rice and snoo.
Oh. Well, this is odd. Everyone spoke my language at the hotel. I'm going to take one of my famous educated guesses and assume you only speak Matryoshka.
Costam got that Mac shug snoo.
The animal looks very intelligent and calm. Those are my favorite animal traits. I can see checkpoints set up every 100 meters on the road to the nearby village. Between me and the curtain, there's about 5 miles of mud, 500,000 landmines, 1,000 fences, and a dozen military checkpoints. It's possible that there's a better route. The florist is selling carnations to some old lady. Good day. Can we talk?
Kostam Gadal, Matryoshka Nisku.
Oh, I don't understand Matryoshkin. I don't understand any of it. It's in Matryoshkin. I didn't know they had Wyzants in Matryoshka. Or maybe it's the skull of a different animal. I should take a closer look. The butcher really got boned on that crutch. I love topical humor. Good day. Can I have a word?
Custom gada po Matryoshka Nusko.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't understand your language. I'll take that as a tentative yes? Everything's in Matryoshka. I don't understand any of it. Everything's in Everything's in... The Matryoshkin Metro is an artery fueling the lifeblood of the city. The entrance is guarded by an armed soldier. Hello, can we talk?
Kosta gada pro Matryoshka Nusko.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Huh. I don't understand. Don't these people have anything better to do? Do any of you understand me?
Kostam gada pot Matryoshku.
Unfortunately, I don't speak Matryoshkin. Achtung Minen? I think that's a souvenir from the previous war. Remember to stay hydrated. I can't read that. I don't know Matryoshkin. The line between respect for someone and a maniacal cult is exceptionally thin here. If I weren't in the middle of an urgent mission, I'd gladly see these pearls of architecture. You have an uncanny ability to teleport.
That's correct. Major Watson has shown me how to silently appear behind people. It is very useful. I am like Comrade Ninja.
Incredible. There's constant gunfire coming from beyond the palace gate. The soldiers must be doing rifle drills. Huh. I don't understand. This has to be some local gambling game. The man has 3 glasses and a lot of bottles. I wonder how you play. You look like someone who speaks my language.
Kostam gada po Matryoshka Niko.
Meh. I always imagined a communist system would be more, you know, communal. Psst. Are you asleep? I feel sorry for them. But how did they get here anyways? I guess communism guarantees the end of homelessness. Ha! What a nice perk. The Matryoshkan Postal Service will make sure your letter doesn't contain any errors. Spelling errors, of course. I always wanted to know my future. Do you speak my language?
Kostam gada po Matryoshkan.
Well, I don't understand a thing. I always wanted to sit behind the wheel of an excavator like this, just like a real construction man. I saw mortar being made once. I think they mixed sand, water, and cement. Vroom! Mixing air doesn't make sense. A board nailed to a piece of wood stuck into the ground. Huh, nothing special. It's a good thing they care enough about safety to cover these holes. Someone's going to have quite a view. It looks crooked, like the architect was good, but the construction crew botched it. Or they were drunk. How can one live like this? There's more and more I don't like about everyday life in Matryoshka. Good day. I bet you also only speak Matryoshkan.
I assimilated your low vernacular before the current era of obscurantism permeated the nation. Then, as the director of the Department of Foreign Language...
Ooh, I know that word. But shouldn't it be foreign languages?
Language. Just one. There is only one foreign language sanctioned in Matryoshka.
Oh.
I presented the Ministry of Education with a proposal for the intensification of the educational dynamic, complete with an exhaustive explication thereof, but alas, I was deferred.
Yeah, explications. I hear you on that. They can be pretty rough stuff.
I presume, dear boy, that your fumbling inquiry is in regard to my existential angst?
Yes?
Indeed, the incontrovertible decision of those dilettantes affected me deeply. I remained imperturbable, lest those commies take pleasure at my discomfiture.
We all know how dilettantes can be. Also, commies is not the preferred nomenclature. Democratically challenged, please.
I'm aware of what I'm saying.
Are you implying I'm not?
I am not imputing anything, boy.
Good. I've grown very fond of my limbs.
However, I would advise you not to disseminate words you do not understand. You will only look a fool and possibly lose your aforementioned appendages.
I am a journalist, and I am adept at wielding the full breadth of my glossary.
I happen to possess, within my humble archives, a book of Matryoshkin phrases for foreigners. It may contain somewhat archaic turns of phrase, but I believe it will greatly facilitate communication with our people.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
If you ever happen to have a surplus of ration cards for sugar, chocolate, or fruit, I will gladly accept them as compensation.
Sugar, chocolate, or fruit. I'll keep that in mind. What can you tell me about this construction site?
Every day is the same. They spend the first half of the day loitering, and then pretend they're working at 1000% efficiency. Supererogation is foreign to them all.
Oh, I understand that. In the States, we have a group of people just like that. We call them Congress.
So I have heard. And on top of that, this Termagant is spewing sparks all over my priceless incunables.
Termagant?
An unpleasant lady. A welding woman.
I don't mean to be rude, but why are you sitting in this pipe?
My existence within the pipe is not punitive in nature. In lieu of an apartment, which is evidently still under construction, I received an easement to utilize this pipe.
Ah, well, obviously it's an easement. Correct. Now, what's an easement?
It means I can use this government-issued pipe until my apartment building is completed. Fortunately, I am not overly ambulatory, so I have had no cause to complain for the past 5 years.
Oh, and what happened to your previous apartment?
Previously, I had lodged at the university. The greatest caesura in my life occurred when a censor, editing my latest publication about the leader, replaced every instance of horrific with terrific. Some sycophant heard my response to the censor, which only brushed against transgression, and pettily denounced me.
Uncool. Those sycophants are the worst.
And that is how I lost my tenure and apartment. And now I await my new allotment.
Why don't you move into a different apartment? One that's already built.
There isn't one.
What do you mean?
There has been a housing deficit for years.
I'd heard that was impossible under communism.
Well, now you can see for yourself how things work here.
Can anything unpleasant happen to me here because I'm a foreigner?
With your views, dear boy, you have nothing to worry about. Unless, of course, you encounter the leader's pet,
What do you mean?
Vlad, the Minister of Propaganda. A beastly, cruel man. Everyone should fear him.
I doubt we'll be running into each other, but thanks for the warning. Please tell me, what's it like living here?
I feared we were mired in this odious reality for good, since my brethren have a self-destructive predilection to a perseverative.
Oh, you mean walking through parks in the evening in a long trench coat to open it in front of unsuspecting journalists?
Not perverse, preservative. And I'm sorry that happened to you, my dear boy. That sounds monstrous.
Only if it wasn't cold out. And thank you.
I meant a predisposition to repeat the same mistakes.
I see.
Meanwhile, it seems there is a ray of hope.
What are you saying?
Nothing else for now. That grandiloquent satrap has eyes and ears everywhere.
Who?
That pompous despot boy.
Ha! You're telling me. Well, I hope you'll tell me. Who are you talking about?
The leader.
Oh! Please don't talk about the leader like that. I know what a despot is, and he's not like that at all. Sure, he wields absolute power and all, but
Don't try to pacify me. I have lived here for 70 years, and I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah? Well, I just got here, and I know exactly what the leader is like. Good and just. And before you ask, I know all this because I read about him in a Matryoshkan government-approved publication. I saw photos of him playing with children and petting sweet little puppers.
Oh, dear boy. You have been egregiously misinformed. The leader is a bloody tyrant who, between breakfast and lunch, signs the death warrants of entire families without looking up from his meal, which is assuredly more robust than any meals his citizens consume.
I don't mean to lecture you, but you're just buying into the lies spread by the leader's enemies. The people love him. Except you, of course.
Balderdash! The people loathe him. He is a godless butcher.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe that.
I see that we are at an impasse on this matter. You will soon see the truth for yourself.
I won't trouble you any longer.
Before you depart, one more inquiry. Have you spoken with the apotropaic dame by the palace walls?
I tried, but we couldn't understand each other.
That will undoubtedly become feasible once you've familiarized yourself with the book.
Thanks for the tip. Sergeant Medvedev isn't letting me out of his sight. Huge construction!
Careful, comrade. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. I have come to like you.
Thanks, bud. You're okay too.